which are the shows I just love. So I was going to try my hand at one of them and see what happens. And that was.
Hey, nice to meet you. I just watched the entire series and I was hooked. I got it only a few days ago, but I had to watch it until the end. So congratulations firstly, and thank you. I was very entertained from beginning to end. How does it feel now that the show is coming out?
Excited.
How does it feel?
I want to share it. Yeah, I'd love to share it with everyone. I'm very excited. So nervous a little bit, but mostly excited and glad that it's getting out there.
Perfect. The show is happening in two different timelines. You have the current investigation and you have the court case. Would you say that the character of Carl, it deals with both of these timelines and that takes a toll on him?
Yeah, I think he's overwhelmed for sure. Between these two cases and what's going on at home, he's definitely under a lot of pressure and behaving as if he's under a lot of pressure.
So I'm sure everybody's asked you this question already, but why switch from the Nordic countries to Scotland?
Because the show was already made, I think, in Copenhagen, in Denmark. And I really wanted to do my version of a British procedural fan. I talk a lot about Broadchurch, or I talk about Line of Duty, or Happy Valley, or Blue Lights. I love that. What's another? Oh, The Responder. I love that. And then old ones, Prime Suspect, Cracker. I love Cracker, that character. So all of those, I mean, there are more, but those are the ones that really had a big effect on me, I would say.
It's very interesting that you mentioned Broadchurch, because that was the thought I had while watching the series, and I wasn't familiar with the books. My apologies for that. But I felt that there were a lot of parallels between, the character of Carl and David Tennant. The troubled kind of characters that they both play. So was he a direct inspiration, would you say?
No, because the book laid him out for me, Carl. I think they do look alike, though, don't they? I see pictures of Matthew and David Tennant. Matthew's beard isn't quite the neck beard that David Tennant's rocking in that show, but he's definitely. I go, wow, he kind of looks like David Tennant.
So I know we cannot go into spoilers, but I thought Chloe Perry did a fabulous job with whatever she did. What was your reaction to her performance once you saw, how she brought your vision to life?
Gratitude. Gratitude. She gave me everything, and I really, I know it was really hard for her, and I was just really grateful that she did that, and bless her for doing that. And we've worked together before on something else, so I knew she could do it, and I think she made it she made it much better than I even had in my head. She just made me believe it in a way, because she was so committed to doing it, that I hadn't really expected. And in terms of how I would feel, I expected her to be great, but I really was so surprised by the degree to which she threw herself into this, and never ever once complained about any of it. And I would have been complaining every fucking day for sure.
This show deals with various kinds of mental illnesses, in my opinion. It's not just, you go from PTSD to depression to, trauma that has been endured as a result of violence, and so much more. How much research did you have to do with so many kinds of mental illnesses that have been brought to the fore?
What if I told you none? I don't recall any research. Listen, lots of years of therapy, lots of people in my life who are nuts, lots of friends who are batshit crazy as well. I just have kind of at this point seen enough to kind of recognize certain things. I don't think I could have a deeper conversation, but I could definitely, establish a character who's going through some of these things.
Very interesting you said that. Because the way that you have tackled these difficult subjects is wonderful. I mean, I just wanted to say that. Also, I mean, do you think the fact that, Carl is not just a detective, he's a rock star, that lends to, the show?
Definitely, and some of it's wish fulfillment. I mean, we all wish sometimes we would have no filter and could just say what we're thinking in a moment. And he certainly does that. But I also think I'm sometimes mortified by his behavior, and sometimes but at the same time, I'm always laughing at it, or I can't believe it in a way that's entertaining to me. And so it's just a question of how far you go.
All right. You have set the bar so high. You are known for every big show that comes out on Netflix. Maybe not every big show, but every time one of your shows comes out, there's a lot of expectation. And you have dabbled in so many genres going from westerns to procedurals to everything else. Where does this one rank among your other projects?
This is pretty high, I would say. I would say this ranks definitely up there. I mean, I really enjoyed the experience. It was a very difficult experience in many ways, but I also really enjoyed it and felt like I got a lot out of it. It's definitely up there. I mean, and I really feel like sometimes you go through a hard shoot and you watch what you've done and it's kind of missing the mark for myself personally. This one, I'm very happy with it. I mean, are there things I would do differently, or if I had more time or whatever? Sure, there always is. But I do feel like as I get older that I can accept that I had to let it go at a certain point, and I can accept that what it is, and I like what it is and respect what it is. And so I feel like I feel pretty good about it. I do feel pretty good about it.
Perfect. Okay. It's time to wrap. Thank you so much for the show and for your time. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Enjoyed it.